Hello. 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 Hopefully the sound's working. Oh. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Another doodle request to stream. We're gonna be doodling. We're gonna be doodling some little dudes. But just figured we'd chill and hang out while I wait for some requests to pop up. Hello, Crystal. I saw your dogs. In the server, and I was like, yes. Perfect. Sounds good. Good. Oh, look, the text works. Yay. I spent I think like 3 hours trying to test the chat box. So we'd have an on-screen chat box as well, and I could not get it to work, but it looks like it's actually working. So hip hooray. We have an on-screen chat box now. So starting to look a little more professional. As professional as we can get. But and hopefully I'll be adding on some more stuff to streams as we go along, but just kind of adding a little bit here and there to little quality of life experiences for the streaming experience. But today we're just gonna be drawing. And I have a new PNGtuber to show off. So we'll be taking a look at Butter's new PNGtuber reveal. Very exciting. I never made a PNGtuber before, and let me just say, it was an experience. it was an experience that was, how should I put this, a long one. It was like a whole day's worth of figuring out how to make the model, how to cut it correctly, and how to make all the parts move the way I wanted them to without it not looking weird. But I got there in the end, and he is looking scrumdiddlyumptious, might I say. But how is everybody doing today? It's what is it? It's Thursday. I don't know if I'm gonna do doodle requests on specifically Thursdays or if I want to move them to a different day. So far, Thursdays seem to be working, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Oh, I had to drive into downtown today, and driving into downtown is a nightmare. It is not something I actively enjoy doing. I am not the biggest fan of having to drive downtown. The traffic is just so terribly bad. And partly due to our road infrastructures, not the greatest. It's definitely not built for the amount of people that want to be in that one particular area. It was a little bit for like touristy areas, but not intended for like large amounts of crowds on a regular basis. You're sick. You were supposed to go out of town for an allergy test yesterday, but had to reschedule. Feeling better, but still got a sore throat. I feel you. I am still dealing with a cough. Was sick last week, but I was dealing with a cough still from the cold that I had. But it's gotten a little bit better. It's not as bad, but I am not a happy camper. Very irritated with with still being sick. But we will we'll go. I've held us up yapping for long enough. Let us go ahead and get started. Transition over to our program. Butter's new PNGtuber. It's so very, very cute. I am very happy with it. It took a fat minute to let us you know what, let's fix the chat bot or the chat screen in this page, because you can't hardly see it with the way that it looks over top of the program. The blah 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 blah. Where's it at? Yeah, this is so professional. So professional to be fixing these midstream. Oh, bless almighty. Alright, so that is... I think it is... I think it's chat. Let's get it fixed. You guys are going on an adventure with me. Let's see. Let's turn the size down a little bit to, let's do like 15. I think that'll be good. And let's give it a background. Let's do... yeah, that's good. And let's give it a background. Let's do night. I changed the background color. This, and let's have it there. Let's little bit. Change how that looks. How we feel in chat. How does that look? Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe. Proper. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I am very happy with how this PNGtuber turned out. Let me add a test message and see how it looks. It'll even show up. Let's do this. Copy that. Will it work now, or did I just inherently screw everything? Is it maybe the behind butter problem here? Oh, I think it might be behind butter. Okay, I think now... Okay. Alright. Yes, we, hello, hello. Welcome. We were, kind of fiddling around with, the way that the way that the text looks on screen, but I think it works okay now. If I were to pull it up on my... Yeah, it looks alright. I think we need to change the color of the text, probably. Let's, we're going on an adventure. Let's do that real quick. You're like, guys, Grim, please, get to the thing that you said you were here for. No, hang on it. Just hold on. Be patient with it. Patience. I'm getting there. We can just fix that. I would like if you view the VOD at a later date, I'd like for you to be able to see chat, without having to, or without having to view it, have that chat. You feel like you have to sneeze but nothing is happening. Oh, I hate that. That is the worst feeling in the world. It is the absolute worst. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Hopefully the text on screen looks a little bit better. Somewhat eligible now. Thank you, Crystal. But, no, if you feel like you need to sneeze, look up. They say that you can sneeze if you look at a bright light. Of course, I've never been able to get that to work, but, you know, some people it works for them. I never get it to work for me. But we're gonna doodle this puppy today. I saw them in the Discord server, and I was like, oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. We're gonna do them today. It has been one heck of a day. Been busy. You can read on stream now. Perfect. Fantastic. That is what I wanted. I wanted for it to be on screen. I like when people have the chat on screen like that, so I was like, oh, I think that would be nice to have that on screen. And hopefully the music is alright as well. I didn't want it too loud where it was distracting. I just wanted it just enough in the background that it, we had a little bit of ambiance going on in the background. So hopefully it's not too bad. Does this girl have long ears? Long ears that transition into hair as well? Is that what I'm reading it right? Hopefully I'm reading that right. You're a big sucker for the breeding, the breed specific breed trait. It is a very good trait. Oh my goodness, I love that we included that trait separately as kind of its own thing, rather than it being a legendary trait like it used to be. I understood it like at the time, but I think over time I think it made more sense for it to just be more of a rare trait, and for it to be more accessible, I guess, would be maybe what I'm looking for. Because they're dogs. They're water dogs. They're not like water wolves or anything where it's like one specific body type for a dog. you know, a wolf, where it's like there's one standard body build for a wolf compared to dogs, where you have all kinds of different breeds. You know, as an example, yours. You know, so, and then you've got the you know, dachshunds. Oh goodness, what are the name of those dogs? I think they're bull terriers. The target dog. That's the only thing that comes to mind when I think of that breed, is the target dog. Oh, let's see. I guess the ears are part of the hair. You believe I'm reading it right? She has long ears going into the hair. Okay, cool. I figured that was what was going on, but I wasn't sure. And I was like, let me make sure that I'm doing this right before I start drawing it. Target dog. Yes, target dog. What are those? I'm fairly certain they're bull terriers, but I could be wrong. So if somebody want to be like, actually, Graham, actually, you are wrong. They're this instead. And then I'd be like, you would be correct. Because I don't know. Don't know. Been trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. And we ended up buying, I think we've had it for a little bit now. We just never really bought apples, but we bought one of those like apple cutters that, like, all you do is you put the apple underneath it, you press down, and it like cuts the core out and cuts it into slices. And I always thought, like, oh, that's a useless gadget, because it's like you can very easily cut an apple. You don't need to spend money on buying an extra gadget to cut a freaking apple. But boy, was I wrong. Because I hate cutting apples. I hate slicing them up. And I hate trying to cut the core out and cutting around the core, and then you gotta, you know, cut it up into slices and blah blah blah, and it's just like a lot of work. And I love you, apples. Apples are great. But I'm lazy. I'm lazy, and I don't want to cut the apples. And we ended up buying one of those apple cutters, and I'm like, where have you been all my life? Boy, howdy, was I wrong. I ended up having 2 apples before stream, because I was like, I want a snack. I was like, I don't need chips. I want chips, but I don't need chips. Let me just have an apple instead. And I've been using that apple cutter, and man, the desire to want to eat apples is like 10 times stronger now. Now that I can just be like, and it's done. And I'm like, oh, look at that. All evenly sliced and everything. I love this. This dog is giving the one female dog from what was that Disney movie called? Oliver and Company. The one with the ears that acted as hair. As a kid, I had one of the apple cutters where it peeled the skin into spirals, and it'd give you peeled apples to munch on and skin snacks for later. Skin snacks. Don't like that. I don't like that sentence. I know what you're talking about, though. But consider something that cuts out the core for you. In which case, it's so much easier to eat apples. It cuts it and cores it for you? What? Like, man, the future. We are living in future. Grimmy still taking doodle victims? Of course I am. Throw them in the request, and I'll try to do as many as I can before the end of stream today. We're doing good on time, so I've already gotten one request today, so we were able to start right off the bat. Last week we kind of started a little late. Like cutting your apples into little bite-sized cubes. Ooh, I may have to try that. We got a another kitchen gadget. We got oh, it's not the slap chop, but it's like it. It has like a container underneath it, and you put the different whatever size cuts you want in the thing, and then like you lower it and you push down on it, and everything goes through whatever cut size things you wanted. And it's great. I may have to do that, actually. That sounds really good, like little bite-sized chunks. Ooh, or hear me out. Do that, and then use the little chunks for pie filling. That would be really good. Because I know, like, normally when you do apple pies, it's usually like sliced apples, but consider apple chunks or in a fritter. Oh, now I'm just hungry. I'm just making myself hungry. I'm talking about food. I'm just making myself hungry. I just want pastries. That's what it comes down to. I just want apple pastries. Oh, I love a good bear claw, though. I will say, I love a good bear claw. Like, I think it's probably one of my favorites. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite, but it is one of my favorites. You still feel like you have to sneeze? Let's see how far into stream it is before I sneeze or it goes away. We'll have a if I had the patience for it, we could put a timer on stream. Just a clock ticking up of how long will it take before Crystal sneezes on stream. Oh, love the ears. I'm a big fan of this. It's like I think I need to do an adopt with ears like this. These are fun. The long ears that like also act as hair. Big fan of that design choice. Very good. Let's see. Ooh. Who do we have here? Who shall I pick? Who shall be my victim? I think I like this cat. We'll copy this. Great new. Yeah! We're gonna do them next. Let's see. Still got that cough going on. I'm not a cough. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know if I was just sick or what. I mean, I think I was sick. I mean, got my partner sick, so so I think I was sick. The Fisher, yes, the Fisher. I don't know, but I'm over it. It's getting better. I'll say that. I'll admit it's getting better, but like I want to be gone now. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I don't want to do it no more. I'm sick and tired. Sick and tired. Also, I'm gonna be very real. I did not realize that was you, Kite. I think you were here last stream, weren't you? I don't know people's YouTube usernames to their Discords. So the getting people's characters in the server definitely helps. So now I can be like, oh, I know who that is now. Because, or I was like Yep, that's somebody. That's somebody. Considering they have a little shield next to their user, I'm assuming it's probably one of the staff, but I didn't know who it was. Oh, we give him a little blush. Little blush. Here we go. And then I am very excited. Yeah, we were talking about adopts, and it made me think of the Pride adopts we got coming up. Those are gonna be fun. I'm not too sure on whether I want to keep with the theme I chose. I think it'll be fun, but like I'm not sure if I'm sold on it. So I don't know if I'm gonna change it up. I might change it up like last minute, but right now it's gonna be a rhinoceros. You're easy enough. You try to keep your usernames the same everywhere. Yeah, same. I most if not all of like my socials are all Grimlord, so I try to keep it simple. Just in case like anybody wanted to follow me anywhere else, then pretty easy, same everywhere. But I'm not sure if I want to keep my theme or not. It's supposed to be a rhinoceros themed kitty. And the main theme is going to be like the trans flag, but with like ace undertones to it. So I was gonna do like a rhinoceros beetle themed kitty with silver lavender and I think blackberries. I think the exact opposite. All your socials are different. Kite just trying to keep everybody on your toes. Kite doesn't want to be found. Kite is like, I don't exist. I exist in this one place where you know me and that's it. I exist nowhere else. This is it. Oh, look at this pretty puppy. So cute. So cute. And if we get to a point where we don't have anybody else that sounds so cute. I thought so as well. And I may still do it. I'm so indecisive. Part of me is just like, oh, what if I maybe don't want to do that? What if I maybe want to do something else instead? Let me change it up last minute, like I normally do. If we don't get any other requests, I'll either take some more from other people here that have already gotten one, or we may even start on that kitty, and maybe I'll get you guys' input on it, and you can kind of help make it. It's too much to manage in one place, so I have separate brands for your CS, non-CS, but still furry, and then non-furry stuff. That's fair. That's fair. I'm a simple guy. I draw mostly the same of one thing, and it's mostly water dogs. So I figured I was just like, yeah, why not? I'll just social same everywhere. I probably should separate my stuff, I guess. I probably should, but there's so much work, and then you have to manage different accounts under different usernames. You gotta remember what each of those is themed for, and that's so much work. Excuse me. It's a lot of work. A lot of work that I don't know if I'm willing to do. The model for Butters. I actually have a little surprise for you guys. So, not only is this a new model, and partly the reason I wanted to do a new model was because I wanted to pretty much see what it would be like to make a model myself, but also I wanted a little more control over how the model worked. And so, I present to you guys Butters How has multiple expressions, like so. He angry. With the angry eyebrows. or whenever I'm drawing and make a mistake. Uh-oh. The oh shit face. Or we also have when I am deep in the thoughts of exactly the big thunkin'. We have the big thunkin' face. When art is giving me a hard time. He do a big thunk. And then we also have little blush. Give him a little blush. And then we have neutral. But yeah, I was I wanted to be like be a little more animated with the expressions and stuff like that. It's fun. It's okay to have like one static with the tongue out, with his little tongue out. He big thunkin'. No, I wanted to it's fine to have like a static pose, but especially with the streams kind of being more relaxed and like more chill and stuff like that, it would be nice to like have a little bit of variety to to the visuals besides you guys just having to see me draw. Figured it'd be cool like if we're having a conversation or something and I wanted to emote a little bit more. He now has emotes. So, and there will be more to come. But for now, we have those. But I'm very pleased with how they turned out. They're very cute. And it was a fun learning experience on how to make a VTuber model and learning how to cut all that. Right now I'm just using the PNG Plus program, but eventually I want to move on to when I have more space on my computer. I want to move on to the what is it? It is what is it called? It's called PNG Remix. And that one looks really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen anything with that program specifically, but it has mouse tracking and looks very nice. And I was like, oh, I want to do that, but I don't have enough space. You just realize you get chatty when you're sick, or when you're sick but getting better, you get more chatty. Interesting. See, I think I get the opposite. You don't think you're normally this chatty? Well, that's okay. You know what? I appreciate it. So I appreciate you being chatty. It's nice to have it's nice to have somebody to talk to. I'm not just talking to an empty stream. Which I probably still would anyway. But it's nice. It is nice. I'm glad everybody is here that could come and join and watch and chill. But no, I want to. When I get more space, I think I'm probably gonna have to get an external drive. My computer keeps whining that it's out of storage, even though when I check my storage, it says I've used like less than 1%. So I'm like, I don't know why you're whinging. Stop whinging at me that you have no storage. You have plenty of storage. You're being greedy. Stop it. It's like, but father, I want to use all the storage. I want to have extra storage. I'm like, you don't need extra storage. You don't need it. You're being greedy. You're being greedy and you do not need the extra storage. It's just OneDrive. It's OneDrive being OneDrive and being a pain. And I hadn't like really run into that issue until recently, and I'm like, of course you want to run into this issue now. Of course you want to run into this issue now. As soon as I want to start doing more streaming more often, now you want to run into this issue. Because why not? It really started running into that issue when I downloaded DaVinci Resolve. So I think DaVinci Resolve might have also eaten up some space too. But still, it still says I have plenty of space, so I don't know why it's whining at me that it's out of storage. I'm out of storage. I need more. Like, I didn't ask for your opinion. You're gonna take it and you're gonna like it. Download the stupid files, I swear to God. But oh, I hope everybody enjoyed Water Dog Month. I think I had some fun stuff. I still need to spin my doubloons. I haven't done that yet. I can't decide what I want. Like, I could buy the all color changing driftwood, but no, I don't really have a use for that. Like, the only reason I could see buying that at all would just be to trade it later on for maybe something I want, like either a pre-made or something else, or art or whatever. But I don't really have a use for it, and I would really rather buy something that I feel like I'm going to use rather than just buying something for trade fodder later. But I don't really know. I don't really know what I want. I'm tempted to maybe just buy like a legendary treat trait. As if I don't already have enough of those as it is. But it is nice to have like those on handy, and you know, we have those available during events, so it's, you know, might as well, I guess. Same thing your phone is doing. You don't want to pay for extra cloud storage when there's tons of internal storage. Yeah. I don't want to pay for extra storage when there's already plenty available. But it's whinging like it needs more, and it's like, you don't need more, actually. I don't know why you're forcing me to buy cloud storage. But Microsoft be Microsofting, I guess. I guess. And Apple be appling. Crapple be crappling, I guess. Yeah, this is gonna be, I have an iPhone right now that I got like 2 years ago. And I think this is gonna be my last iPhone. I think this is gonna be my last Apple product. Between that and my iPad. 'Cause I have an iPad that I do most of my drawing on now, just because it's actually okay, so backstory. I bought the iPad like years ago, and I mean like years ago. I think I bought it like, I want to say I bought it like maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. Might be a little bit older than that now. But I bought it specifically to start doing art on my iPad, because a lot of people are like, yeah, having a screen that you draw on directly is a lot easier than having a tablet. And I've always had a tablet. And I bought the iPad when I worked my first job. I think it was like the first big purchase I made. And I was so proud of myself. I'd like saved up for like a couple weeks of my paychecks, setting aside some of my paychecks to get myself an iPad. And I made the mistake of not buying an Apple Pen. Crystal, you said I did. I drew a different Wawa for each prompt, minus week 4, because I did the scavenger hunt. I got the borders, the otter pet, mixed breeding voucher, and some raffle tickets. Yeah. We for excuse me, for clarity's sake, for the staff, if we work on the event, Um, we use that and we get event currency in place of doing the prompts. And the only reason being for that is, and we kind of decided this, I think, last Water Dog month, where a lot of us would work on the event, and because there's just so much to do on the back end, setting everything up and keeping up everything, and doing a doing prompts and stuff every single week. A lot of us want to be able to participate and also buy cool things at the end of it too. But for the staff members that have to do all the setup and stuff like that, it can just be a lot. And trying to do the weekly prompts and setting it up and keeping up with everything and doing submissions and stuff like that, and pretty much all the back end stuff, it made it really hard for any of the staff to even participate. And so we did decide, okay, if you worked on the event and you did stuff for the event, you'll get some currency based off of like what you did and how much you did, and certain stuff. So some staff may not do prompts, but still, if anybody is like, oh, I didn't see the staff member post anything like that, prompts wise or whatever, that's usually why you see staff with event currency. But so I got some, as well as I also did the scavenger hunt too, because I was like, I can do this one at least. This one's not, I don't have to do time doing art and stuff like that when we were also doing setup and as. But I got some of the currency, and I was just like, I don't actually know what to do. I don't know what to do with what I've got. I'm like, I don't know what I want. Yeah, I see that it's lagging. I don't know why. I changed my streaming settings, and I think it's just, for some reason, it's just having a really hard time right now. I changed my settings. I don't have very many things open right now. Is there anything else I could maybe close that is still open? I think I've got like everything closed that I could possibly have closed. So the only thing I've got running right now is yeah, there's a bit of lag. Yeah, it's lagging for me too. Thought I was going crazy. My earbuds love to skip. Yeah, I think it's just the pin apple pin. I think it's probably just if maybe I can close some stuff on my phone or whatever, and there may also be somebody else the Wi-Fi right now. I need to move. I'm gonna do this before next stream. I need to move my router, and I'm hoping maybe moving it up here right next to my setup will hopefully at least I won't be as far away. And then if there's still issues after that, then it may just be like an issue of like seeing if other people in the household cannot be on not be on the Wi-Fi, doing things on the Wi-Fi during the times that I'm streaming. If I could get a dedicated Wi-Fi specifically for when I need to stream, that would probably be ideal. But that's a later date thing. that's a later but it's unfortunately, I think the streams are just probably gonna lag. Hopefully it doesn't completely ruin the viewing experience, but oh, we'll make do. We will make do with what we have. Okay, let's get this colored. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really know what I want to do with my currency. I need to figure it out before the shop closes. It's funny because it began lagging around when we were talking about not having storage. Of course it did. Of course it friggin' did. Of course that's when it started lagging, because the irony in that is just hilarious. Let me just send a quick text. Hey, is anybody using the Wi-Fi right now to stream or something? Yeah, let's find out if anybody's really using the Wi-Fi right now. Because it may also be that, because it was fine. Like I wasn't having too bad of an issue until maybe about 10 minutes ago. I don't know if stream status, serious issues, that it says poor. Serious issues that need attention. I don't know. What attention do you need? I don't know what you need. What do you want from me? Let's see. Yeah, I got a text, somebody in our group chat sent who's eating the bandwidth. Yeah. Let me see. Can y'all try getting off the Wi-Fi, please? Pretty please? With a cherry on top? Oh, bless. I don't know. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Such viewers will experience buffering. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to figure out if that's maybe something I can fix later on. See if that's something. See if that's something that maybe I can look into. I don't know. Is it always gonna be like this? I would love for it to not be like this. I would love for you guys to just be able to have a normal experience. Oh. Hopefully it doesn't make it too terrible of a viewing experience, I guess. But what were we talking about before we had to start dealing with the lag? We're talking about my iPad earlier, and I've kind of forgot what we were talking about with that. Oh, I was talking about how I don't want any more Crapple products after my current phone. It's oh, it's not. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with the way that their devices have been. I mean, I think enough people have kind of already been like, yeah, it's not great. But it's definitely has only gotten worse and worse. But I had bought the iPad like years ago, and I didn't I actually didn't I didn't use it a whole lot because I bought the wrong pen. I had bought instead of buying an Apple pen, I bought a Wacom stylus pen for your iPad. It was ooh, ooh. It was not the right it was not the right purchase. If you're gonna do drawing on an iPad, my suggestion is to actually just get an Apple pen. The Wacom pen was fine and it was cheaper and it worked all right, but it just it did not function great. Moving over to the Apple pen was just way better. It was way better, in my opinion. And I probably should have done it sooner. I should have just not bothered with the Wacom pen altogether. And I think part of me was like, yeah, this is probably part of the problem. This is probably part of the problem. But I was like, I don't want to buy an Apple pen. They're expensive. They're really not that expensive compared to the Wacom pen. I think it's like between a 20 and 30, maybe $40 difference. But in terms of, it was fine earlier, just more recently got stranger. Yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I may even have a delay between your guys' messages in chat and the actual stream itself. I think the stream is extremely delayed. I'm taking a look at it live on my phone, and compared to where it is on my phone compared to where it is now, I think is extremely delayed. I wonder, I don't know if like even I don't know if even I don't know if even restarting the stream would help or not. Let's go on a little adventure. We're gonna go into Task Manager. We're gonna find out what exactly is eating up all of the memory. I'm not really seeing a whole lot that is really tanking. So it's gotta just specifically be the Wi-Fi itself. Let's look at stream. Output? I mean, I thought I had fixed this before this stream. I had fixed it. I had gone in and I had changed some settings that they recommended in an attempt to I thought I had fixed it. She looks so pretty so far. I love the way you draw her. Oh, thank you. She's very cute. She's very cute. Thought how far we are. Curious how far behind we are due to the lag now. You guys are very far behind because I'm looking at the stream. I'm looking at it live on my phone. I'm disconnected from the Wi-Fi, so I'm not using my bandwidth. But I'm looking at it and where I am now and where it is in the stream are definitely not even remotely where they're supposed to be. Let's just say when you finally get to, when you guys finally catch up to where I am, I'm already in the coloring phase. I've already started coloring, and yet the stream is the stream is definitely not the same. Oh, this is so disappointing. Arr! Grr! Grr! Hold on. No, let's make Butters accurate to how I feel. Grr! Grr this stream! Grr my internet! Grr everything! Ah! This is so disappointing. I wait with bated breath to when you guys get to this portion. Do you have an Ethernet cable attached to your PC from the router? I do not. But I am going to see if I'm gonna do that after this stream. And you know, I may end up doing a little test stream a little bit later this evening. After this stream is over, I'm gonna test some stuff. I'm gonna see exactly if maybe that will help moving the router around. So we may have like a little impromptu if anybody just wants to sit in on it, and be a little test dummy. May do like a little impromptu, fix it, and then just kind of run another little quick stream doodle later. And anybody that wants to sit in and help help test it will I'll do little doodles for you guys. It looks like it's starting to catch up. Maybe. Let's see. Let's get ourselves. It's looking like it's getting somewhat caught up to where it's at. I feel like I just watched it judder forward a little bit. So it may be starting to catch up now, maybe. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna see if maybe I can move the router, and B, see if I can connect an Ethernet cable specifically to the router in hopes that maybe it will fix this issue, because this is so frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating for you guys. It's definitely frustrating for me. The whole point of doing these streams is to be able to hang out with the community and, talk to you guys and doodles your little characters while we just, chill and whatever, and I can't even do that! I'm fighting my internet just to be able to hang out with you guys a little bit. Frustrating. What can you do other than fight the internet, I guess? We will just do what we can. I'll try to maybe it'll get caught up. I feel like it's starting to get somewhat caught up. It's the never-ending issue. You're just time traveling. Yeah, I'm definitely time traveling. That's for sure. Well, What a bummer. What a big fat bummer. Big fat stinky bummer. I will see if maybe I can fix it. For now, I think we are almost done. We are almost done with this one, I think. Yeah, I'm time traveling and I'm actively watch it delayed in time, so that's way cool. I love being a time traveler. That was so much fun. That's okay. Make do. You guys are a little behind, or I'm a little forward, and you guys are right where you're at. I'm just in time. Having the opportunity to now jump like a few minutes forward. Well, at least that much. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like the speed is back up a little bit, and then it jumps down, and it kind of goes up a little bit, and then jumps down, and kind of goes up a little bit. So I think it's like slowly starting to correct itself out. I do think maybe connecting the modem itself with the Ethernet cable helps. So I'll test that later and see if maybe that helps. Read that comment very fast after I sent it. Yippee! Yay! Hooray! Maybe it's actually starting to pick speed up. We're back! We're back! Hopefully. Fingers freaking crossed. Hopefully we're back. I think you guys are almost to where I am now. So I don't know what happened. I don't know where the dip came from. Because nobody really seemed to be on the Wi-Fi. But I don't know. But hopefully we're back, boys. Back. Or at the very least close enough to it. We'll finish this up. We're almost done with this one, and then we'll move on to the kitty. The cute little kitty. Kite's cute little kitty. I love that thing. I love that thing. It's so adorable. I think... that's your design, isn't it, Kite? I feel like it is. I could be wrong. But, I love that design. I think it's, like, one of my favorites. Oh, no! Oh no! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to completely fill it. I just wanted to do this little section. Yeah, yours good. Yes, it is a cute design. I love that design. I can't remember. Did you make that for something and then decide to keep it? I can't remember if that was the case or not. I think it might have been. And now the stream quality is excellent again. So maybe we're back. Maybe we're back to actually being live again. Maybe. Maybe fingers crossed. Yeah, good. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was very strange. Somebody's got to be using the bandwidth. And they probably saw my message and were like, "Oh shit." So that might have been it. It might have been somebody was using the Wi-Fi. Oh god. If I could have the desire to have separate Wi-Fi specifically for streaming would be so nice. So that way nobody else is connected to it. But that'll be like a later date. I think we're done with this though. This is very cute. I love this. Hold on, we're gonna change the nose color. Let's change the nose color. And since I don't think I saw that many requests in the Oh yeah, that's cute, but let's fix it. Let's do... You know what, we might have to make it a darker color because it looks like it's having a hard time standing out. Let's do that, and we will make this top portion get the darkest color. Well, it's having a hard time standing out. Let's see if we can just grab that's slightly darker. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, that works a little bit better. I feel like you have to sneeze and keep you updated on ongoing story as it continues. The ongoing saga of will Crystal eventually sneeze? Fingers crossed. Go back to neutral. But the ongoing saga. I wait with bated breath. Will Crystal eventually sneeze during this stream, or will it continue to keep teasing Crystal? This is cute. I like this. I am pleased with this. She's so cute, isn't she? I'm a big fan. Big fan. Let's give this as a different color. Let's do it in a slightly, yeah. There we go, looking scrumptious, scrumdiddlyumptious. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. And we'll slap these lines on some color. Let's boom, and let's do that. Oh, I forgot that the nose. I forgot about the nose. Well, let's do this. And then we will do... how do I want to do this? We'll do... Actually, I know. We'll do... Just make sure. Just the selected. And then we'll do an invert selected area. And there we go. There we go. So cute. We're proper. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll grab both of these layers. And we will move this up. And then we'll do Kite's Kitty. Let's see. Did anybody else? Nope. No other requests in the channel, so we will just go ahead and Kites next. And then if we have some time afterwards, I might make one more, or maybe I'll doodle somebody. Or maybe we'll I'll have you guys help me with the rhinoceros kitty. The stream quality is poor again. Not poor. No. Why? I need a crying I need a crying emote for Butters. Because now I feel like I need to be sad that the stream quality is poor again. No. Why you do this? Why you do this to me? Oh, okay. That's fine. You're lagging a bit time to time. The music goes on in the background at least. Well, I guess at least the music is still playing alright. Very, very odd. I don't know. I wish I had an answer. Hopefully, maybe, and now it's excellent again, so, I don't know. Maybe, like, I don't know why. I forgot why I switched over to that. I have it open. I forgot I had that open. I was working on the thumbnails. I was like, well, because I was working on this, and I was like, well, do I really want to use the same expression? I was like, I kind of want a different expression for the thumbnail for this one. And I was like, what could I change it to? And my first thought was I'll just do like a cute little expression or whatever. And then I was like, well, I got a new model that I'm gonna be showing off this stream. I was like, what could I do that's like, oh, I'm excited, like I did this thing, I'm gonna show it off, and like I get to show you guys the little model I made. And I was like, what expression would convey my excitement? And I was like, poggers. It's poggers. I was like, yes, perfect. Slight inspiration for anybody that has seen How to Be Cool. Dax's poggers face was a little bit of the inspiration for for Butter's expression for the thumbnail. It's just like, oh. I love that video series. I know at least one person here has seen it. I don't know if anybody else has seen it or not. But if you had, it's funny as hell. And if you haven't gone and seen it yet, buy Primation. Go watch it after this stream, of course. Don't leave me. But go watch it after this stream. And it's very short, so like it's not a long watch or anything. But I do highly suggest it. It's very funny. But I also just like most of Primation stuff. Most of Primation's stuff. I like majority, if not all of it. Let's see. I'm assuming this is a Lycoi. So the bald face with a little patch of fur on the nose. Very cute. She's giving sassy. She's giving she's giving cunt. Let's see. Her little eyes in there. And an expression. Expression do we want to for her? For him? For they? I don't know. Right? Is a gender for your animal? What is gender? Oh, am I gonna do the dreaded? Dreaded flipped the canvas because I felt there was something off. There was a disturbance in the universe and I felt it off, and I just knew flipping the canvas would show me what it is, what that disturbance was. But I didn't want to flip the canvas. I didn't want to. I wanted to be in denial. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Your art will never be better if you don't flip the canvas. Remember to flip the canvas. Makes it look better. And if I'm like, no, I wasn't right the first time. Oh, excuse me. Put that little fur on the nose. Bridge of the nose. Yeah. She's looking cute. She's looking adorable. She's serving. She is serving. Serving a hot macchiato. A hot macchiato. If any of y'all like coffee, because I love my coffee. I had 2 different barista jobs, and I loved. Your stream went back 9 minutes. It's finally like catching up for some reason. I love my coffee, but like, coffee prices are just stupid at this point. Like, they are just actively stupid. So I'm like, you know what? I'll make it myself. And anybody wants to make their own coffee at home, it's pretty easy to do. A lot of those recipes, like cold foam, for example, cold foam is pretty much just whipped cream. It's whipped cream. That's all it is. It's just not as, like, aerated as regular whipped cream. So if you want to make cold foam, it's pretty much just heavy cream, or half and half, but usually heavy whipping cream, and some vanilla syrup. That's pretty much it. That's it's so simple, and they charge you what, fucking $6? $6 for cold foam that you can make at home very, very easily. It's dumb. It's dumb. Don't waste your money. You can make it at home. I love my coffee, though. I make coffee at home. I was so sad. One of my jobs, one of the places I used to work at where I was a barista, they're closing down the cafe. And I was so sad. I was like, no. And coffee. I hate you, though, at least. I hate your IBS. Seem to do alright, the occasional cold brew. Cold brew is also very easy to make, too. And you can make a lot of it as well. You can make a lot of cold brew, because it's basically I think the ratio is 1-4. So if you do 1 cup of coffee grounds, you're going to do 4 cups of water, and then just let it sit. And you don't have to. You could let it sit for, like, I think, like, the minimum is, like, maybe 2 or 3 hours. But if you really want to make it, like, extra strong and make it really condensed cold brew, you can leave it for a lot longer. I did, the last time I made cold brew, which I need to make a new batch, and I'm not going to make as much as I did last time. I made 2 get through. But the last batch that I made, very good. But I let it sit for, 12 hours, I think. Something like that. I think I let it sit for about 12 hours. So, if you want to make your own cold brew, very easy to do. It's just water and coffee grounds. And of course, you're gonna have to strain it afterwards. I would, if you don't have cheesecloth, which is what they usually do to make cold brew, but if you don't have cheesecloth, you can use, like, a fine strainer. I think I have, I think it's called like a spider strainer or something. And I just strained it a couple of times. Just strain it a couple of times till you get all the coffee grounds out. And then, if you have potted plants, you can actually use the coffee grounds in your potted plants. Potted plants really love coffee grounds. They also really love rice water too. So if you're making rice, you're supposed to wash your rice. You better wash your rice. But if you're making rice, save your rice water, and you can put that in your potted plants as well. And I put that in my monstera, and my monstera, like, popped off a little bit when I gave it some rice water. So I was like, all right, good to know. You like rice water. Yeah. But one of the places that I used to work at, because they're closing down a cafe, and it's a cafe inside of a bookstore. So went in there, and they were like, yeah, today's our last day being open, and blah blah blah. And I was like, no, you're kidding. And she was like, nope, not kidding. And I was like, what are they gonna put here instead if not the cafe? And she proceeded to tell me that they were taking out the cafe in favor of making that space for more merchandise. And I was like, oh, so the bunch of merchandise they already have in this building that they're not selling, they're gonna put more here? Sure. You recently bought 2 spider plants and a fern? Yeah, save coffee grounds for your plants, save your rice water for your plants. They love that stuff. I don't know why. They also love eggshells too, though you do have to I think if I remember correctly, you have to like cook those first. You have to cook them and you have to remove the membrane from the eggshells. But if you save your eggshells and you crush them up and you put them in your plants too, they also really well. And then you don't have to buy like they love rice water, they love coffee grounds, used coffee grounds and eggshells. I had a tomato plant last year that I put eggshells and coffee grounds in, and that tomato plant popped off. I mean, popped off. I was like, good lord. I mean, it wasn't like a big potato plant. Tomato. I don't know why I keep saying potato. It wasn't like a big tomato plant. It was, or the big ones. It was, what are they called? Cherry tomatoes. But I had a lot of cherry tomatoes. Oh my god, were they delicious. I can eat, like, tomatoes just as is. Give me a tomato, I'm gonna bite into it like an apple. I love tomatoes. My old job, one of my coworkers, he had, like, a bunch of plants and stuff that he just grew. I guess just for fun. I don't know. He was, like, working but was also retired. So, like, he was just working to work. And I was like, okay, great. I love that for you. I'm so glad you have that option. But he had a bunch of tomatoes. And I told him I really liked tomatoes, and he brought me in like a bag of tomatoes one time. Like a full like Ziploc bag of tomatoes. And by the end of the shift, they were all gone from the bag. And he was like, what happened to the bag of tomatoes I gave you? And I was like, I ate them. And he was like, you ate them? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you just ate them raw. And I was like, yeah. They're yummy. They're tomatoes. They're good. And he was like, he just gave me like the weirdest look. Like, you ate whole tomatoes. Not just cherry tomatoes, but like full-on tomatoes. Just ate the whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, I like tomatoes. I like tomatoes. And I'm like, what's so hard of this? What is so hard about this concept that you can't grasp? But he just gave me like the weirdest look. He was like, you're crazy. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Really like tomatoes, man. Really like tomatoes. I can eat them just the way they are. They're delicious. Anytime I go out, I'm with somebody, we're like going and getting sandwiches somewhere or whatever, and they don't like their tomatoes, they're like, hey, you want my tomatoes? I'm like, yes, give me your tomatoes, I want them. They are delicious. I will eat all the tomatoes. And they're like, do you want my pickles too? And I'm like, yeah, I want your pickles as well. Give me your pickles. Pickles are great. I love pickles. I like, well, I don't like all pickles. Not all pickles are made equally. I don't like sweet pickles. Get those things away from me. Sweet pickles should not exist. In my opinion, they should not exist. And that also goes for butter chip as well. Those things are nasty. The only pickles that are good pickles, in my opinion, which is the only opinion that matters, is dill pickles. No other pickles. Any other pickle, wrong. Wrong. Just wrong. And I'm sorry if you like sweet pickles, but you're wrong. But pickles just should not. I don't think pickles should be sweet. I don't think they should be sweet. They should be salty. They should be salty and crunchy and yummy, and they go on sandwiches. And if they're sweet, then no, just no. I mean, I guess you can use sweet pickles and dill. But I don't, or not dill, relish. But I don't really eat relish a whole lot. Not a fan of relish, which is really weird because I like pickles. You would think I'd like relish. I don't like relish. I don't know if it's just a texture thing or if it's just the taste or what. But I just don't like relish. And it doesn't really matter what it's on. But I like relish. Me with a jar of sweet pickles in the fridge. Well, I guess it's time to go throw those away because those are the wrong types of pickles. I don't mind relish in things. I just don't like relish on things. I don't know if I really don't know if it's like just a texture thing or just I've never really liked relish. I just don't think I've ever really liked relish that much. But I love dill pickle. I will actively just will occasionally, and it comes and goes in waves. But like sometimes I'll just be like, man, I really want some pickles, and I'll just go into the fridge and I'll just grab pickles, grab sliced pickles out of the jar and just eat straight pickles. They're so good. And then I'll eat the I'll drink the pickle juice too. I will drink that. And you know, it's actually as gross as it is. Love me some pickles, any kind of pickles? No. just no. Only dill pickles. No, it's okay. You can like whatever you like. But relish is so good. Skill issue. No. Wrong. Incorrect. Disagree. Wrong. But I like relish in things. Like you can't have Thousand Island without relish. But I don't like relish on things. Like I've never liked it on hot dogs. I see people put it on hot dogs. But I don't like it on hot dogs. I don't know if it's just like a texture thing or what. But I was just not a big fan. It's just I think it's like pickles wannabe. They want to be pickles, but they're not pickles. But in stuff, in dressings and salads and stuff, yummy. I'll take relish. Like I'll put relish in tuna salad, and that's good. But like on a hot dog, no, just I can't, fam, can't. It's just not my jam. I love the gills. I feel like I don't see enough water dogs with gills. I don't know if that's just a me thing. It probably is. You do have dill pickle spears in the fridge. Been getting the Clausen brand. Also have the sandwich cut pickles. Clausen is really good. That was my go-to for the longest time, and then I found this other brand, and it has syruped, in, you know the word I'm trying to say. It has taken over my love for the Clausen. But Clausen are very good. Part of the reason part of the reason I really like them, besides the fact that they're just dill pickles and they're good and I like pickles, is also because the Clausens, you have to, those are the ones that are in the refrigerator brand, the refrigerated section. Fairly certain. Fish maxing. Yeah, your cat is fish maxing. The Clausen are in the they're in the refrigerated section, and because they're refrigerated, they still have a lot of antibiotics still in the pickling juice. So they actually are really great for gut health. But any pickles that are like shelf stable, like the regular kind that you just find on the shelf that aren't in the refrigerated section, they lose that, and it's partly because of the canning process. The canning process kills off a lot of that bacteria, which for obvious reasons, because you have to kill those off in order for them to be shelf stable. But in doing so, it kills off a lot of that good bacteria that's actually really good for your gut. It's like the same bacteria that is in yogurt, believe it or not. You also love dill relish and dill mustard on hot dogs or bratwurst. I really like what is that one mustard called? It's the spicy mustard. It's not dill mustard. It's shoot. I'm blanking on the name of it. I can think of the jar that I buy, and I can think of what it looks like, but I can't remember the name of it. But it's the spicy mustard. I really love that on brats. Oh my god. See, we're talking about food, and now y'all are making me hungry. I think this happened last stream too, did it not? I'm pretty sure it did. Dijon! Yes! Thank you! Yes, Dijon mustard on brats. Oh, so good. So good. I am picky about my brats, though. I am very picky about my brats. Like, I really, really don't like beer brats. And it probably just has to do with the fact that I also just don't like the taste of beer. I'm just not a fan of it. But so those kinds of brats, I just not a fan of eating them. They taste too much like beer for me. But I won't pass up a brat if you were to offer it to me. If you were to be like, hey, I have brats. Here's a free brat. You want a bratwurst? And I'd be like, oh, what kind of brat is it? It's a beer brat. Okay, you got Dijon mustard that I can put on this to drench it in. Oh, I love brats. I also love hot dogs. My favorite toppings for hot dogs, oh my god, is the north, is it north or is it south? It's one of the Carolinas. There's a restaurant locally near me that does hot dogs, and they do their hot dogs they have like different styles for each state. Would you say it's the worst? It is the worst. The worst is beer worst. But this restaurant does different styles of hot dogs off of each state of the US. And they have one that is I think it's the North Carolina one. I could be wrong. But the toppings, and it's probably my favorite way to eat a hot dog, it's chili with coleslaw and cheese, I think mustard. And it's like gotta be my favorite way to have a hot dog is that topping combo. Chili, coleslaw, cheese. And I think mustard is. Some places do mustard, some places don't. Just kind of depends. I haven't had hot dogs in a while, so We normally get this one brand of hot dogs, the chicken frank ones that are so good, but our grocery store that we usually get groceries from hasn't had them in a while. They've been out of stock, and I've been so sad because I want hot dogs. I don't want to go to the restaurant and buy a hot dog, even though they are cheap. I'd rather just spend roughly close to the same amount and get more hot dogs and have them for multiple days when I get a hankering for hot dogs. But they haven't had my favorite brand of hot dogs. I've been so sad. I've been like, no, why do you not have these stocked? Why do you not have these stocked? They're my favorite. Don't you know? Don't you know they are my favorite and I want you to stock them and you do not have them stocked? For me, just for me. So we haven't had hot dogs. Never thought to combine chili and coleslaw. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I highly recommend. I didn't even think to do that either. My dad is from North Carolina, so we used to go up there every once in a while to go see my Meemaw. And there's like a little local place in like the town that he used to live in that does, like, during the summer, it's run, I think it's run by some of the church members, the local church members, but they do, like, every weekend they have like a hot dog thing in like a pavilion at the park or something, if I remember correctly. And that's how they do their hot dogs there. And so the first time I ever had one of those hot dogs, that style anyway, was we had gone up to go visit my Meemaw. And and my dad was like, oh, we have to go get hot dogs on Saturday. I was like, okay. So we went over there, and that was the first time I ever had hot dogs, and I was like that specifically, and I was like, oh, this is my new favorite way to have hot dogs. And so every time I get a hot dog, I always want it with chili and coleslaw. You had a hot dog for breakfast this morning? Lucky you. Lucky you. I want a hot dog. I could go for a hot dog. But I'll probably do eggs. I think I might do eggs for dinner tonight. Maybe I will do breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner sounds good. I've got pancake mix. I don't know how y'all cook your pancakes, but when I cook my pancakes, I like to, when I put the batter in the pan, I like to take the syrup that I would normally put over the pancake. All this talk of hot dogs and brats has helped me decide what to have for dinner. I'll be having some brats. Yes, share. If you're gonna have brats, share with the rest of the class. Just kidding. But I normally, when I do pancakes, I'll take the syrup, and when I'm cooking them in the pan while the batter is still liquidy, I will pour the syrup into the batter, and it like helps. For one, it helps like make the pancakes more, I guess, more moist, but it also like evenly distributes the syrup as well, and then you end up not even needing to put syrup on your pancake because it's already in the pancake. It's basically like the same way that the McGriddle is done at at McDonald's, because that's how they do theirs. If you've ever noticed, because I don't eat McDonald's that often because it hurts my tummy, but if you ever get the McGriddle, that pancake has syrup in it, and realize that. I think it was like watching a TikTok or something, and it was like a lady that was like making breakfast for her kids, but like she was like, we're gonna save money and we're gonna make McDonald's breakfast without spending money at McDonald's for like she was making it for like her 5 kids, and I was like, yeah, that's why you're not going to McDonald's. But she was making McGriddles like how you do how you get them at McDonald's. And she did that where she took like she took the pancake batter, and she took like one of those canning jar lids, and she used the canning jar lid as like basically a mold for the pancake, and then she poured the syrup into the pancake batter while it was in the pan. And I was like, oh, I never thought of that. And then tried it one time, made my mock-up McGriddles, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much better than going to McDonald's. And it didn't hurt my tummy afterwards. Surprise, surprise. I swear, most of the fast food places have just gone downhill. And I mean, like, and I get it, they're fast food. They're not, like, the best thing in the world, but they're not what they used to be. In fact, my sister and the dude that she's seeing, they went to like Wendy's, I think like about a week ago, and I think he ended up getting like food poisoning from Wendy's because I don't think they cooked his burger enough. I think it was still raw inside, and I was like, yep, that's why I don't go to fast food anymore. It's just, the quality is just not there. And I mean, like, yeah, it's fast food. It wasn't really ever really there to begin with, but like, I should not be getting food poisoning from going to fast food. Sorry. Sorry. That's I don't care if you're fast food or not. That should not be happening. But I try to do more cooking at home, and I can control like my portion size, and I can control like what goes in it, and I know what goes in it. My God, like I made what was it I made a while ago? It was some pasta dish, but I added chopped frozen spinach to it, because again, trying to like incorporate more vegetables into my diet that aren't just chips. Just chips. But trying to incorporate more like vegetables and having like frozen vegetables, and as much as like I would love to have fresh stuff, it doesn't keep as long. And having the frozen stuff really just does genuinely help. Because it lasts longer. It lasts longer, and then you don't have to worry about it going bad as quickly, besides it just getting freezer burned. And so I had like this thing of frozen spinach that I still needed to use, and I was like, what can I put this in? And I was like, I'm just gonna throw it in pasta. I'm gonna throw it in, like, I think I threw it in some Alfredo. You swear you have a dust bunny in your nose or something? Well, get it out! What's it doing in there? Why do you got a dust bunny in there? Try looking at, honestly, if looking up at the light or going outside and looking at the sun doesn't help, you can also try, what do I normally do? You can try like really hard blowing your nose. And if you have it, you could also use some like nasal spray and see if that just dislodges it. Sometimes I get you. I feel you. I get those sometimes where it's just like, you can feel it in your nose. You can feel the sneeze that doesn't want to come out. I've also noticed that I tend to do more exaggerated sneezes recently. And I think I'm just like, you know what, if I'm going to sneeze, it might as well just be loud. might as well just go all out, do the whole dad sneeze. And low-key, it's kind of fun. Just do like a really loud, really over-the-top sneeze. Yeah, try just like really hard blowing into a tissue or something. It may help, may not, but it may help some. See, I think this watercolor is down a little bit more, so we'll go down. I'm lazy, so we're gonna use the lasso tool and we're gonna boom. That's better. But I love this cat's water. Such a fun watercolor. We need the darkest water in, which we're just gonna use that as shadow. Much of it. Come up into this ear. Give it a little shadow. Boom. Boom. Bam-a-lam. Bam-a-lam ding dong. Throw this in here. Did anybody see the pilot for Gameverse? I thought it was pretty good. I don't know when they plan on doing more episodes for that. I'm also excited for Knights of Guinevere as well. That is also exciting. I feel like I was talking with somebody today. Excuse me. I was talking with somebody the other day about how it feels like there really isn't that many new cartoons anymore. Like, I think, what is it? I think Tubi has a bunch of like older cartoons now. So like you can go watch a lot of like the classic stuff like Courage the Cowardly Dog. You did blow your nose and that didn't help? Well, I'm out of ideas. I think Tubi like has quite a few like old cartoons on there now, but we were talking about it and we were like, yeah, there isn't really anything like actually new, like, and especially like nothing new that's like even geared towards like teens anymore. And because we were talking about, we were like, yeah, back in the day we had like Courage the Cowardly Dog, we had like Ed, Ed and Eddie, we had like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. What else did we have? Those are like kind of like the main ones that come to mind. And then of course you have like the PBS kids, the kids who didn't have cable, aka me. We had Arthur. we had like the educational shows. We had my god, what was that one show? The art style was like squarish, and the main character was a penguin. That was on QB as well. I don't know if anybody really watched QB a whole lot. But we were talking about, because it was like me and my two buddies. We were at the gym. We were just like talking about animation in general and stuff like that, because I think we were talking about the the episode of The Amazing Digital Circus that's about to come out, and we're talking about like Knights of Guinevere and Gameverse and stuff like that. And like, yeah, there's not really like a whole lot like new cartoon wise. Like Cartoon Network's pretty much, if it isn't already gone, it's pretty much gone. And then you have like channels like Nickelodeon where all they really show is just SpongeBob, which nothing wrong with SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob, don't get me wrong. But there's nothing new. There's nothing new that I have like noticed of actual value. And we were just kind of like, man, it's kind of sad. Like there's no new shows anymore. There's nothing new on like any of the major channels. And then like the streaming services, oh my god, don't get me started on the streaming services, but the streaming services, when they do make something new, they let it run for like 2, quote unquote, 2 seasons, and which really it's only 1 season, and they just don't greenlight it for more episodes because we all know how that works. For anybody that doesn't know, a lot of the streaming services, what they like to do is they will order a batch of episodes and then they will split it up and release it in seasons, but it's not actually a full season. What they've actually paid for is they've paid for 1 season, and then they put it on their streaming services like it's like they'll split up like let's say they purchase like 24 episodes of a show, and then they split it up into 12 episodes per season, and they release it like it's 1 season when really they've only ordered 1 full batch, and then they cancel it. And that's why we see like a lot of animated shows on streaming services get canceled, because they're not actually ordering a 2nd or 3rd season. They're ordering 1 batch of episodes, and then they don't want to have to pay the animators more money to do more episodes. So they make it look good on their streaming services, like, oh yeah, it's viewership. Oh yeah, we're doing another season of this. Oh yeah, it's getting. No, it's not. You're lying. You are lying. You are actively lying to us. You're not. It's not getting a 2nd season. You're just releasing the next portion of episodes that you got from the batch that you already paid for. And then once you've gone through that, then you're not going to order anymore, because that would mean actually having to pay the animators money, pay them more. And I'm not in like the animating industry or anything like that. I wanted to be. I wanted to do that growing up. I'm glad I didn't, because I see how they treat their animators now. But the only reason I know that at all is because that exact thing happened to Cuphead, the short animated show that was on Netflix. And one of the animators, I don't remember exactly who it was, but one of the animators commented about it on, I think it was Twitter at the time. So cute. So cute. Look at them. They're so adorable. I feel like there's a palette theme going on with I feel like there's a palette theme going on with these requests today. But yeah, they posted about it on their Twitter, and I was like, oh wow. Like, so that's what's up then. Fish. It's fish. It's the fish. They're so cute. There wasn't too many requests today, so we were able to spend a little bit more time on the 2 that we got. But yeah, they royally screwed the pooch, and now a lot of people are aware of what they do, what the industry does, what these streaming services do. And so anytime you see a new show on a streaming service, and it only has something stupid like 10 episodes for a season, yeah, they're doing that on purpose. They're doing that because they don't want to pay their They don't want to pay for actually having to order a new season. So they split up what they get, and then they cancel the contract. And they don't, or, well, they don't cancel it, but they don't renew it. Like the same thing happened with the show Inside Job as well. That also got shit on. Cuphead was another one of them. I feel like there was a couple more. What was the one that had the main character was a trans guy? Fishman, I love that kitty's design. They are very cute, aren't they? I'm gonna steal them from you, Kite. They are now mine, thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna steal your design. But yeah, no, we see that a lot, and if you ever wondered why do animated shows only get like 2 seasons and then get canceled, that's why. That would be why. Kite with the huh. Oh. I imagine this is what Kite looks like right now. Not my fish. Not my fish, my fish. Ooh. Ooh. It's my fish. No, Grim, you can't have my fish. It's mine. but yeah. Oh, we love it. We love it. We love to see it. But I think we will go ahead and we'll start wrapping up. This is a pretty good stream. You guys got to listen to me yap about a bunch of stuff. We got to hang out and chill and have a good time and listen to some SpongeBob relaxing ambience. 6 hours of underwater sounds and nostalgic Hawaiian music today. I was looking for a song for this week's stream, and I was like, what would work? And I was like, I like this. This works. This is relaxing. But I want to thank you guys for coming to the stream. Thank you for coming and hanging out. And, you know, as always, appreciate you guys coming and chillaxing and having a good time. And I will go ahead and catch you guys next week. So I hope you guys have a good night or a good day or whatever. And I will see you guys again next week. All right, bye.